Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. That is what the Eagles and the Bills are thinking as they remain undefeated. And I think this could be a future Super Bowl matchup, and it would be a fun one to watch. Here's everything you need to know about Week 4 in the NFL. And remember to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my Player of the Week. Now, overall, for the Saints and the Titans, this was a harsh week. The Saints had to play the Bills, and honestly, they kept it closer than I thought, and they did better than I thought. So I do think a win is in their future. But man, the Titans, they played the Texans, and that score was 26-0. Now, here's what I'm going to say. The score does not reflect what was actually going on the field, because while the Texans did win, and they were truly better than the Titans, they would have lost this game if they played anyone else in the NFL. They do not look good this season. Now, for the Titans, it's not all bad news. They do have a relatively good schedule, and so I do think they'll squeak out a win. I'm just not quite sure when it's going to happen. And poor Cam Ward, he was just so depressed in his press conference, and he kept going on and on about how not winning is not fun. Well, welcome to the Titans, my friend. Now, the surprise of the week was the fact that the Giants won over the Chargers. I think Jackson Dart getting into the game just kind of brought some new energy to the team that they didn't have with Russell Wilson. And I also think that the Chargers going cross-country and playing an early game really kind of affected them because they definitely looked off. But good on you, Giants, for getting your first win of the season. And it was a heartbreaking loss for the Buccaneers, who lost to the Eagles. But that fake tush push, that was genius. So if that was Sirianni or Jalen Hurts or the offensive coordinator, whoever it was, coming up with a fake tush push was amazing. And I so enjoyed seeing that, and that was pretty fun. Now, the Dolphins got their first win against a penalty-riddled Jets team, but it was a costly win for the Dolphins as they'll lose Tyreek Hill to a dislocated knee, like literally the knee was facing backwards. The hope is that he'll be back next season, but it's probably closer to middle of next season, and that's going to be a really big loss for the team. And Lamar Jackson exited the Chiefs game early, and he is expected to be out 2 to 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. I think he'll probably try to come back earlier. He shouldn't, but he probably will. And really, honestly, it didn't matter whether he was in that game or not. They were just doomed because the Chiefs look like they are right back on track. Now, my player of the week is Dak Prescott. He has actually been playing good all season long, even though his team overall doesn't look good. And he put together an MVP caliber performance against the Packers. Even with a pretty bad O-line, he still was able to move the ball and get it down the field. And usually 40 points is going to notch you the win, but unfortunately in this one, it was only a tie. But wow, was Micah Parsons super upset on the sideline. Teammates were having to console him, and he was throwing his helmet down because he wanted this revenge game and he did not get it. But at least on this night, the Cowboys look good, and I'm excited to see if they can put together that performance again against another team where 40 points is going to win you the game. Let's see how it goes.